Hey guys, how are you doing? Today we're going to be doing a short tutorial on how to make your website load faster. So here we have an example of my personal website that I made. I've made a couple other ones. And one of the most important things is that when you first load it, so for example, we go to an incognito tab and type it, you see that it renders quite slowly. So how could we do it so this website runs faster? Well, there's a couple ways. And firstly, let's ask why is it important that your website runs fast in the first place? Well, here we see Google says that up to 53% of mobile users abandon any site that takes over 3 seconds to load. And 3 seconds isn't much, especially if you're loading a lot of images. So today, for our tutorial, we're going to be mainly looking at how we can make our images, which is usually the bulk of why it takes so long to load, how we can make them smaller and more lightweight so our website can load faster. One thing I really recommend is heading over to developers.google.com/speed PageSpeed Insights. Just Google PageSpeed Insights or Lighthouse. I even have it here up in my bookmark tabs just because it's so important. And basically what it does is you copy paste your URL for your website, paste it into Lighthouse, and click Analyze. Just loading a bit here. And basically what it tells you is on mobile and desktop, what the performance is, and especially like the speed performance of your website. So here we see on desktop, it takes only 1 second to load. Like it works very well on desktop, but on mobile, it seems like my website really suffers. Here you can also see a preview of it, and it says first contentful pane, speed index, blah, 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 and opportunities. This is what you really want to look at. So here it says the biggest bottleneck to the speed of my website on mobile is serving the images in next generation formats. We'll do this in a later tutorial. I'll show you exactly how to do this because it says you can almost save up to 20 seconds of your load time, which is vital if 53% of users leave if it takes over 3 seconds. Now, today's tutorial, we're going to be looking at properly sizing images. If we just go to the desktop version, we'll see that properly sizing images takes us 1.2 seconds. So next tutorial, we'll look at how to serve images in the next generation format, which is a bit more complicated, but for properly sizing images, I'll show you exactly how to do it now. So firstly, let's go to our website. And here we see if we do Command-Shift-I, it takes us to our developer tools for Chrome. Likewise, I think you can just go here. Where can you go? Anyways, just do Command-Option-I. Command-Option-I. Go here. Maybe we just close this. This is basically developer tools that let us look at different aspects of our website. If we click here on this little mouse and square button, it lets us see different parts of our website. So let's click on this image. We see right now that the max width is 100%, and let's say that the width can get up to, let's say about maybe 2000, right? So this image would, if right now, we can check exactly how big this frame is. So here we just clicked on the devices. Up here, we click responsive. This lets us see how our website would look on different devices. Here we see that when it's 1000, the width of our image is about 400. So let's say that our image is about 2.5 times smaller than our total width. Or it's, yeah, so 2.5 times smaller. Okay, so if it were to get to 2000, then the width of this image might get up to 800, right? So we want to make sure that the maximum width of this image is about 800, just for the resolution. So let's head to the code of our website. Right now I just opened the terminal. Now I just go into the desktop. In my desktop, I go to personal website. Here you can see personal website, and I just open the code for it. code dot, if you have Virtual Studio, VS Code, it's an editor. It's really nice that you can just, it opens that directory for you, just doing code plus. All right, so we're here. Where we want to go, index.html. No, we want to go into the images. So we try and find our image that we're trying to make smaller. Here we go. Header image, I believe it's called. Let's just check in our code what it's called. Header image. Yeah, it's called header image.png. Okay. So go here, look at header image.png. Header image.png. Here we go. And now we see that it's 1.6 megabytes, which is quite big for an image. Okay, so here it says it's 1,436, the width of our image. And we saw that overall, if we expand the screen width to about 2,000, which is quite big, this will only ever get to 800. So already what we can do is go to Tools on Mac, adjust size, and we're really using a size that's bigger than what we really need, because we'd only ever get to up to 800 pixels wide. Another thing that I would suggest, however, is you shouldn't cut it down to 800, because it might be in the future for higher resolution. If you want to increase it, you can make it slightly bigger. So first things first, I don't want to do permanent changes to this. So I just made a copy. So I just Command C, Command V it. So we have a copy here in case I screw up anything. Now here, when I select this, go Tools, adjust size, and the width is 1,600. It's about double what we need as a max width. Let's say that we shorten it down to 1,200. Already we see that we've saved about 25% of the space of this image. So 1,200. Okay. Now save. And lastly, what we want to do is head over to, maybe we can just put it here. Head over to TinyPNG, sorry. And this is really where you get the gold of it. TinyPNG, what it lets you do is really compress PNG images and make them up to about sometimes 70% smaller in size. And how it does this, I believe, is that it reduces it by fewer bytes required to store the data. And I think it uses less colors. I think that's what it does to save you space. How does it work? Technique is called quantization. By reducing the number of colors, the 24-bit PNG file, it can be converted to a much smaller 8-bit index color image, right? So it reduces the amount of colors, but you see visually there's hardly any difference. So let's just grab the image that we wanted over here. It was this one, I believe. Drag it in. And see, we have 77% less. So now you just download. Drag it back into here. Replace that other one. And now let's open. Okay, we've done that. So now the changes are here. If we go to, so one nice thing about VS Code is that you have a terminal here, which if you press Control and the squiggly line, or like the parentheses, but like that looks like that, which is right above the Control button on your keyboard, you can open it and close it like this. So if we go there, we're already in the right directory. We're in personal website. So if you write git status, if it's a Git repository, you can see that we've already edited. We've changed our image. So we can git add and commit and say reduced size of banner pic. Now if we push this, it should get pushed to our main website. There we go. Now let's just check on GitHub that these changes have been made. So personal website. Last commit 24 seconds ago. Okay. Seems like the commit has been done. One thing is I'm hosting this on GitHub Pages. I'll make another episode on how to host a website for free, static website for free on GitHub Pages, just with a free GitHub account. But one of the things is that it takes a little while for the changes to really happen. So maybe just wait a tiny bit, and then we can copy paste this back into PageSpeed Insights and see if we've saved any. I think before, yeah. So right now, without any changes, we see that it was at 1.2 seconds for our images, and it said it wasn't properly sized, that we could have saved. So the size was 1.5 kilobytes, so 1.5 megabytes, and we could have saved up to 1.4 megabytes of that, so almost all of the image. Okay, it's been a tiny bit. Let's see if we can now put this into here and see what happens. $86 on mobile. That's already much better. I think it was on 65 on mobile and 98 on desktop. Remember, it was 95. So we've already have almost everything is green here. Properly sized images, and see that now we have this down to 225 kilobytes potential savings instead of 1.5. So the speed is much quicker. We see we've saved almost a whole second. So if 53% of users leave if it's more than 3 seconds, we've already reduced this by 1 second. So we have 1 more second that we didn't have before. So that's it, guys. That's just a quick way that if you have a website that loads very slow, to make it load faster. So the steps were go to PageSpeed Insights, provided for free by Google. You put in the URL of your website, and you can look at its speed score on mobile or desktop here. Scroll down, and you can see opportunities, right? And the best thing is these are ordered by which ones are most important. Here, I'll make another tutorial on serving images in next-gen formats. It requires a tiny bit more of coding, but properly sizing images is one of the most important ones, because really when you're loading a website, images are what really takes most of the load and weight of loading a website, because they can be quite heavy. So you really want to make sure that you properly size them for how big they're supposed to be on your website. And also use TinyPNG over here to reduce the size and make it into an 8-bit PNG with slightly less colors, but it's hard, you can't even notice. And replace those. We've saved 77% of the size of that image. And boom. So we were able to reduce our total time of loading by 1 second. And note that was only one image. So if you do that for the rest of your images in your website, you could really get it down and get your speed of your website really good. So thanks so much. That was today's tutorial. And comment below if you guys want to see more tutorials about increasing the speed of your website. We could do one on serving images in the next generation format. Also on hosting your website for free on GitHub Pages. Tell me what you guys want. Always like this video if it added something, added value to you and you found it useful. And please subscribe. Thanks so much, and see you guys next week.